Skipping Through Theatre podcast with Nathan and Maddie.
Hi, and welcome to another Skipping Through Theatre episode. With us today is Jack Trinder.
His theatre credits include Like Unlike, a brand new opera, The World of Musicals Australian and New Zealand Tour 2022, The Little Mermaid UK Tour 2023, Cinderella at the Castle Theatre in Wellingborough, Robinson Crusoe the Musical China Tour 2024, and Peter Pan at the Castle Theatre in Wellingborough.
And his TV and film credits, Let It Shine, BBC One, Azar TV commercial. We are so excited to be interviewing him today, so let's get to it.
Hi Jack, we're really thrilled to have you on the podcast today. How are you doing?
Hello, I'm very good, thank you. How are you guys?
Good,
I'm
thanks.
Good, thanks.
Lovely
Okay.
life.
So, when did you first start your musical theatre career?
I first started musical theatre all the way back when I was a child, but my first professional job in the musical theatre industry was actually when I was in my second year of training. I finished for the summer, and then my first ever professional job was actually in an opera, weirdly.
Wow.
I know, right? So I went straight into opera, into this very strange universe that I've never... It's similar to musical theatre, but not quite musical theatre. But it was my first job, and I was really lucky to get it. And it was just absolutely incredible. The stage was massive. It was actually at Grange Theatre Opera, which is closer, sort of near me in Hampshire. But it was this gorgeous opera house, and the people there were just so lovely. But the tickets were so expensive as well. So it was a bit of a crazy first job to get because not a lot of people could actually afford to come watch me.
Yeah. What's the most challenging thing you have had to overcome being in musical theatre?
Oh, good question. The most challenging thing I have had to overcome, and I'm not putting anyone off because you must go into musical theatre because it's an amazing job, but is the sacrifice of friends. A lot of the stuff that I do, I tend to go away for jobs. So it's just sort of been, you don't always get to see your friends. You don't always get to see your family, and the friends that you do make are usually on a job. So, you finish that job, you move on to your next job. So it's a bit of a weird industry because you make amazing friends, and then you move on to the next job, and then them friends are so distant. Do you know what I mean? So it's just like,
Yeah.
I think for me, it's just the distance that it creates between friends.
And you've been to China. That's amazing.
Yes, indeed, I have indeed.
What an experience.
Do you know what? It was an absolutely incredible experience. Just, the place is such a strange but wonderful place. And you'd never think, like for me, before I went to China, everyone was just like, oh, you're going to China. Tell me what it's like. I've heard lots of like weird things about it, but do you know what? It was absolutely gorgeous, and the theatres are to die for as well.
I bet they are, because they have like really nice traditional roofing as well. Very different to the UK.
Very, very different to the UK. I have to say, really, really different. Like you said, they're really traditional. There are some theatres there that are just incredible. Like I tell you what, like. You go there, and then you've got the actual stage, and then behind the stage, you've got another stage, and it's another stage, like a stage within a stage. It's honestly like it baffled me, and I was like,
how does
"Why
that work?
is this?" I honestly have no idea. It blew my mind, and it's absolutely humongous.
I'm just imagining that. That's just like peculiar.
I know, very, very weird. But if you get the chance to perform in China, then please do go, because it's definitely something that you'll never, ever, ever experience ever again in your life.
Yeah. So what do you enjoy about the theatre industry?
The thing that I most enjoy, which actually ties in with the last question, is actually meeting all them friends and meeting all them people on jobs. Like I met you, Nathan, for example, on Peter Pan. Like it is just meeting people from all different walks of life, working with these people, And really just having the most amazing time as well, creating new memories. For me, like, again, with going to China, I think for me, it's just like I get to see the world as well and do my job and perform and do something that I've always dreamt of doing ever since I was a little boy.
Yeah, there's a lot of, oh gosh, can't speak, lost for words. Yeah, there's a lot of can't say enjoyment.
Maddie, are you okay?
I hope so. Gosh.
Okay, carry on, fine.
What I was going to say, there's a lot of enjoyment in that, especially because you get to meet new people.
Yeah,
you just said that, but
literally it is just meeting new people. And I think, like, also, like, as well, like, I've always wanted to do this ever since I was literally, like, from the moment I can first remember. I was just like, I want to be on that stage. I'm going on that stage.
Definitely. What was the first show you saw?
The first show,
if you remember,
the first show that I ever saw was Mary Poppins the musical in the West End, and I think that it was amazing. I think I saw it. It was like 2003, I want to say.
Oh my gosh!
So, like, probably even before you guys were born.
Yeah,
a lot before we were born.
Gosh, that's like 7 years before we were born.
Do you know what I mean? And it was so magical, and it's such a moment I have to remember. And then, like, another thing was, I went to see Panto. My first ever Panto that I saw was Peter Pan as well. So that's why, because I've just done Peter Pan with you, Nathan. Playing Peter Pan was such a big moment for me because, like, it was like the first Panto I saw, the second show I ever saw in my whole life. And I always thought one day I'm going to be Peter Pan and get to fly just like he does. And I did it. And I was just like, oh my God, amazing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I remember you were so scared on the day when we were doing flying.
That was a very scary day, I can't lie.
Did you have, like, any straps under your body?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Not like a...
Yeah,
I thought you were just picked up, like, by your shirt.
Oh, no.
Health and safety, gosh.
I'm not sure there's a shirt strong enough in this whole entire world that could lift me.
Unless you have a metal shirt, maybe.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Okay. What has been your favourite show you've been in?
Oh, good question. Favourite show I've been in is probably the world of musicals, just because it was my dream for quite a while, actually. Because, like, you know, when you go through, like, all your training, and, like, when you see enough musicals, and when you start going into this career, you then start setting yourself goals. And one of my biggest goals was I wanted to be in a musical show that would tour Australia or internationally. And I'd be able to, like, perform to my family that live out in Australia. And then this show came along, and I got cast in it as a principal singer. And then they gave me the scores, and I looked at it, and I was like, oh my goodness, I had so much to do. I had, like, so many solo songs. I was also, like, in the Frankie Valli and Jersey Boys sort of part of it. I was Frankie Valli, so I was quite sort of like the lead. So, like, for me, like, the whole show, it was just such a cool different show, because it was a variety of different musicals all mashed into one, with people that had actually been in these musicals as well.
Wow.
So, like, it was just such a surreal experience, and I was fulfilling, like, a goal, like a massive dream of mine, to travel in a show to Australia, and I got to perform in front of my family there. So it was just another thing ticked off my list, you know what I mean? So I think that's the most favourite show I've ever been in. Bar Peter Pan, Nathan.
Yeah, I was thinking that. When are you going to say Peter Pan?
Bar Peter Pan, which is definitely a very, very, very close second.
That can be your favourite panto you've been in.
Yeah, there you go.
Panto.
That could be the favourite panto.
That puts it first.
And then, Nathan, do you still feel special?
Yeah. And hopefully on Sunday, my show will be your next favourite show.
Yes, exactly. Of course. I am
Wow.
really, really, really excited for it as well.
Yeah, it's going to be so much fun. I can't wait to see you. Okay, so could you tell us a little bit about your training in musical theatre and what you did together?
Of course. So I trained, and not a lot of people, I feel, that say this, so I want to big it up. I trained at the University of Chichester on the triple threat course, because I feel like everyone always says like, oh, I went to, Arts Ed or I think the name's changed now, so it's not Arts Ed, but Arts Ed, Erdang, or places like that. And I think they're great, but no one ever speaks about Chichester. And Chichester has recently become a conservatoire when I was there. So I trained at Chichester. I mean, when I auditioned, so you have to audition for drama school and stuff like that. If you're going into this industry, then to our fellow listeners, you'll have to audition for drama school once you've done sixth form or college. And usually auditions run for at least half a year because there's so many people auditioning now. And I think I auditioned for around about 4 different colleges. I can't remember the 4. One was GSA, one was Bird, Erdang, and then Arts Ed. And then the one that I went to, Chichester. So I had five different auditions. And I got foundation offers for some, but the offer I got for Chichester was on the triple threat course. And I thought, do you know what? Let's give it a go. And I really, when I went there for my audition, I think when you go for an audition, it's not just the audition that you're going for. You're having a look at the college, you're testing it out, you're seeing whether you like it or not. You're seeing what the vibe of the teaching is like and stuff like that. So really use that audition for them things. But I went to Chichester and I absolutely loved the audition. I loved the teachers there. I loved the way they taught as well. I just loved everything about it. The location was awesome. So I fell in love with it and I went there, and it was honestly the most amazing time I had there. The people there were absolutely incredible. It was drama school training, even though it's the University of Chichester. It literally was drama school, even worse than drama school, I'd say, in the sense of time. I was there, it was long days. I remember we had to be there for 7:45 to do a warm-up. 7:45 in the morning, and I'm not a morning person.
Neither.
So I had to do warm up, and then was pretty much there every single day till around about 8-9 p.m. at night. So you're still getting that full on training, even though it's not a drama school. But I would recommend anyone in this industry, if you want to go to drama school, please, please, please look at the University of Chichester. Yeah. Sorry, I just thought I probably am an emotional speech, and I'm ranting on. I'm so sorry. Please carry on, and I will shut up.
No, we don't want you to shut up because you're the guest speaker.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, I love this question because it's so interesting to hear what everyone does.
Okay.
So, how do you prepare for a performance?
Oh, okay. So, mine's a bit weird.
Go on.
But,
let's hear.
I don't know why. I've had this thing that I feel like if I go on stage without drinking a Pepsi Max, that I'm going to fail and sound awful. I know that sounds really weird, but it is just a thing, and I have no idea why it is a thing. But I have to have a Pepsi Max, obviously warm up. Obviously, do your physical and vocal warm up, because why not?
And obviously vocal zones.
Oh yeah, obviously a vocal zone. Big shout out to Vocal Zone.
Yeah.
Because they do amazing care packages. And I give Nathan a load of them for free.
Gosh.
But yeah, so I always drink a Pepsi Max just before I go on stage. I don't know why. I don't know what it is, but I feel like it gets me gives me the energy, gets me ready vocally to go on stage and sing my little heart out.
Yeah.
Were you able to get them in China?
Oh,
'Cause-
no.
Oh no.
You can get Pepsi Max out there, but it is a little more difficult, just because they have a lot of their own brand stuff.
Yeah.
And Western brands weren't really a massive thing out there. But I think I resorted into their local Pepsi Max, which
Yeah.
Was it not as good?
I mean, I couldn't pronounce the name for starters, but yes, it was all right.
Something.
It wasn't as good. Although I will say, just a little advert for everyone. There's a thing called Nom Jom, and that's a Chinese medicine. And I bought loads of it whilst I was out there, and it's absolutely incredible for singers.
What does it do? Is it just like for your vocals?
It's like a really, really gloopy sort of syrup, and
Ooh.
it's I know you drink it, and it's like cough medicine almost.
Ew.
That
That is disgusting.
I promise you, it does taste all right for cough medicine, and it makes you sing like an angel.
How many how big was your luggage? Because honestly,
I have to admit, I was quite overweight on the luggage on the way back.
you should have bought another suitcase.
I know, I should have.
Just
Oh,
filled it
well.
up with that oopy.
Nom Jom. I should have filled up. Yes.
Nom Jom.
Nom Jom.
In big
What a
letters on the
name.
front, this is Jack's Nom Johns.
Yep.
So, right, let's move on.
Okay.
Okay. If you could play any role regardless of age or gender, what would it be?
Ooh.
I know.
Ooh. Oh, that's so difficult. I think I'm gonna.
me.
Can I just say my dream role, because like
Yeah.
I couldn't
Yeah.
think of anything else. I really want to play Chris in Miss Saigon. But I'd need to really, really go to the gym and like lift like horrendous amounts of weights to look like an army guy. But I
Just
really,
put like
really.
a muscle suit on.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, I might try that when I go to the audition. I'll put a muscle suit
Yeah.
on. But yeah, Chris in Miss Saigon. It's such an amazing musical. Absolutely love it. The music's incredible. And yeah, I'd love to be in it 100%.
I'm actually going to say my one because
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
if I were a female,
Oh,
I
no.
would I would love to be Catherine Howard in Six the Musical.
Oh, I forgot about
yes.
Six the Musical.
I'm-
Oh
I'm, like,
yeah.
a
Oh, that's
massive fan.
good. Happy World Theatre Day, by the way.
Oh yeah,
it?
that's today. Not
Yeah.
when it's out, guys, but it's
Oh.
out
But
when we're recording
on
it.
the Thursday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
It's World Theatre Day today, even though no one knows that we're recording on World Theatre Day. But there you go.
Thank you so much for being with us today, Jack. It's been so much fun.
Thank you very much, guys. It's been great chatting to you.
Yes.
Thank you. Bye.
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 Skipping Through Theatre podcast with Nathan and Maddie.